Happy Tuesday evening from the Giant Ninja. Man, it's been a while. So, it's I changed careers and I'm a lot busier and a lot longer hours than normal. By the time I go home, I'm dead. And I'm stuck in traffic all the time and it's not fun, but might as well. Now the free agency basically is heating up. A couple of surprise moves by the Giants, especially the big one with Darren Waller. They end up trading the third-round pick that they got from Kansas City for the Kadarius Toney trade. But if I'm not mistaken, they also picked up a sixth round. So the Raiders gave Waller and a sixth-round pick to the Giants for a third-round pick, our 100th pick. But it's interesting, and I kind of like this approach where we don't know what's happening. Like, it felt like years in the past, and every Giants fan knows this, but it felt in the past that we were going after somebody, everybody knew it. Everybody. Even in the draft. Everybody knew what we were trying to do in the old days. So I kind of like this approach to it. It's silent and it just hits you. I still think the Giants are going to make another big splash at receiver. A lot of people are talking about Jerry Jeudy. Maybe a second-round pick for Jerry Jeudy. I honestly don't have a problem with that. I think Jerry Jeudy's a fantastic talent. He's a heck of a player. He was drafted 15th overall in the first round a couple of years ago. Comes with a low salary attached to him, and put him in a system that knows how he's going to be used. Even though he killed it the second half of the season, I mean, that Broncos offense was completely broken. Now, I necessarily wouldn't. I don't know if I would go after Jerry Jeudy. I would look for a bigger body, and I think T. Higgins would be the guy I'm after, and it helps out both teams, being that Higgins, is going to demand a high salary, and they already have Burrow. They're going to have to pay a lot of money, and then Jamar Chase, that's also going to request a lot more money than Higgins. But I think the Giants could give up their first-round pick for Higgins, and number one, they eliminate themselves from having to pay a rookie in the first round, and also the Bengals get a first-round pick out of it. Now, I would also want something else in return. So maybe a fourth round or a third round or a fourth and fifth, something along the lines. I think this can be just very beneficial for both teams. But I think the Giants aren't done. I really think Joe Schoen is trying to put some weapons there. They have to. They have to for Daniel Jones. Waller is the beginning. Barkley, I think, is going to be. I think he's going to be re-signed. And, I wouldn't be surprised if they make other moves, especially restructuring or extending Leonard Williams. Dexter Lawrence, I know they're already in talks about that. But that would open up a little bit of more space as well, too. So I'm excited to see what the next few days brings, but I don't think the Giants are done by any chance, even though they don't have as much money. Money can be created, and I think this front office knows how to play the game a hell of a lot better than anybody we've had, I think, forever in there. Waller absolutely right away becomes the best tight end we've had since Jeremy Shockey. I don't know if he's as good as Jeremy Shockey, but he's the best we've had since Shockey. And then we also have Bellinger, who I think is going to be fantastic in his second year. The kid has a lot of promise, and I think what the Giants are doing is really smart. Now, I'm surprised they haven't attacked an offensive guard. I mean, that's what the draft is for. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get another receiver, another offensive line person, and then maybe restructure a couple of people. But I really can't wait to see what happens. And hopefully we do make that big splash at receiver. Let's go Giants.